Yo. Yo. What's good, guys? How is everyone doing? It's a Friday. Looks like GJ's pushing up, which is what we wanted to see. But how's everyone doing? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hey, Cruz. Hey, Payne, how's it going? Hey, Janice. Nice pink home. Alright. Elizabeth, Pietro, Dave, Patricia, Relaxing Rain. How you doing, mate? How's it going? Hi, Lavita. Right then. Should we get into it, guys? First things first, right? The first thing I need to say, okay? The first thing I need to say. The times of the streams are changing again, right? So a few weeks ago, a few months ago, it used to be 2:30 p.m. per, like, every day. 2:30 p.m., right? Now, it's going to go change back to that time. So it's going to go an hour ahead again. So it's going to go back to the normal time. The time that it was a few weeks ago, a few months ago, before it changed originally, it goes back to that. So back to normal, back to the normal time that it's always been in literally next week. So this is the last day that we'll be doing the stream at 1:30. From then on, it will be 2:30, right? That's the first thing I want to say. And then the second thing I want to say is make sure you're joining the live lecture tomorrow, okay? We're doing a live lecture tomorrow teaching you exactly how to trade like me completely for free, right? If you haven't heard already, one of the guys that I work with personally, Johnny Sander, he has over $500,000 in funding now, right? Just using IFEGs and AMD. So, yeah, if you want to learn how to trade like that, the systems, the strategy that we put in place for that, all you have to do is join the free live lecture tomorrow. The link is in the description, okay? It is in the description. So after this stream, I want you to go click that link, click the bell on that link, and you'll get notified exactly when I go live. So tomorrow, the same time as right now, this time tomorrow, we're doing a free live lecture, so make sure you're there, okay? But, yeah, we are looking for a trade on GBP JPY. We'll get right into that now. So, pretty much, there's a bit of a confusion going on because some of the other brokers, right, have multiple fair value gaps, whereas there's just one on mine, right? Here on ICE, you can see on ICE, right, there's literally just one fair value gap. Excuse me. If we look at on Oanda, there's two, right? I use this one. But we're still bearish with this, right? We are still bearish with this, right? We're still looking to tap into this one. And this is why it doesn't matter anyway. Because, one, we need to come into the discount zone of this imbalance, which is anywhere below this line, right? And two, when we see two fair value gaps like this, what you do, you use the one that was formed first, which is this one, right? So you get rid of this, and you want to come into this one anyway, right? And FXCM also has two. Yeah, this is strange. But, yeah, so we are still bearish, right? And it's good that we're pushing up, and let me show you exactly why it's good that we are pushing up, right? So, here on GJ, right, we've had a clear accumulation on the 15-minute. Here, you can see that we've just been bouncing around the same price all day. We finally had a push up, which is the manipulation, which took this liquidity right here. But I'm thinking it can push up a little bit further and take this out. So what I'd be looking for is price to push up here and take this out, right? And if it doesn't do that, what it should do is form an IFEG on the 5, right? But there's not really any fair value gaps here to look into, like to inverse, right? There's none here. There's one here, but it's very small, so we don't use it. So I want to see price push up a little bit more, form a fair value gap, right? Then reverse and then take it out. Okay, that's what I want to see. So we are looking for a trade. We've got, you know, most of the boxes ticked, but realistically we want to see price push up first, form a fair value gap and reverse it, and then we can take sells all the way down to this 4-hour imbalance, right? All the way down to that. We don't even have to target all the way there. Like, we can get like an easy 1R, not 1R, 1.5 R, sorry, just by putting our stop loss here and targeting the other range. We get 2.4, but if we put our take profit down here, right, we get 3.74. So this is the kind of thing we would be looking for, potentially closing like half here, and like half here, you know, moving break even here, closing half the trade here, and then letting it run to here, right? That's what I would be looking for if we get the entry. And for the entry, we would need to see a quick push up, inverse that fair value gap, and then head straight back down just as quick as we went up, right? So that's what I want to see. Okay, that is what I want to see. Also, there's lots of liquidity here, and I know that for a fact because it's like kind of like a news low, right? Lots of people have just impulsively bought right here, so we would be looking to target the other side of it. And this, although we didn't have a news release at 1:05, the thing that pushed us up at that time was this right here, this red headline all the way up here. EU plans concessions for Trump after reciprocal tariffs hit, right? So that pushed price up like instantly. We were on the private stream and we were like, what the fuck's just happened there, right? So we pushed up. Now we're looking to come down. It's simple as that. It's literally as simple as that. We just need to see a fair value gap form, inverse that in 6 candles or less, whilst taking out liquidity, and boom, we've got a strong bearish bias. Everything else is ticked, right? We just need to wait for that to happen. If it does. It doesn't have to, right? Remember that. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. But if it does, that's the trade we're going to be taking. Because we took that high, would we not retrace to the fair value gap I have on Owanda inside the accumulation, then push up to the second liquidity, then form IFEG so we can enter? Yeah, that is a good shout, to be fair. Like this here, we do have a fair value gap here, which we should retrace to. Right here, right? So we'd push down and then push up again. But then that's kind of like, this is not what you want to see in a manipulation. The manipulation needs to be kind of like very impulsively just pushing up. So then it has that, you know, need to retrace, I guess. So if we have sustainable move up, we might not get a sustainable move down. We might just continue a sustainable move up. We might end up getting something like this where we come up and just inverse the fair value gap, then take out this low and then just continue up. But if we have a very quick impulsive push, and then have a very quick impulsive reversal, we'll have a continuation hopefully of that. But we'll see how it goes, right? Either way, I'm looking for a quick push up in this forming. Now on GU, we've had a very strong push up here, so it's pretty hard to trade that, right? Although these are the news lows over here. We've got an IFEG right here, but there's no kind of accumulation or anything behind that. I'd say this is more of the accumulation, manipulation, distribution right here. We did take out these highs though. 30-minute. 1 hour AMD right here. Should continue up. We'll see how it reacts to this imbalance, but targeting news lows wouldn't be too bad. GC. This is a nice accumulation right here, but what's the bias? That's what I really want to see. The bias here, I think this would be bullish now. Took the lows, nowhere to retrace to. 4 hour, inverse this, took the highs, retraced, but hasn't retraced to a fair value up, so I'd say it's bearish, right? Euro USD. Right, let's just first look at a position on CAD. So we've got a potential position here on GU, potential position here on GJ, although we are pushing down now towards that fair value gap Merlin. On GC, we would be bearish, so we'd want to see something like this. this could be the move. What we're going to do is we're going to set alerts, right, at the liquidity that we'd have to take out for us to then be able to enter. This looks like it could just be a stronger Canadian here, so it might not play through. Right. So is it tapped that now? Almost. Alright, like up the stream if you haven't already, guys. Like up the stream. We caught a nice winning trade yesterday. This week's, you know, profitable, finally. 0.9%. It's not much, right? We took 4 trades, 2 losses, 2 wins. This loss shouldn't have happened, really, because we just had bad stop loss placement here. If we didn't do that, right, we'll be up 1.9%. Hey Curtis, how's it going? Alright, this is what we're looking for, okay? What's gold saying? Oh my days. Right, so gold's continued up here. I said this might happen. If you watch yesterday's market outlook, I said this might happen. Right. We do need to retrace on the 4 hour though. So I'd say bearish here, right? 1 hour. Still inside this for leg up. 30-minute respecting one though. Took highs. Inversed fair value up right here. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Too many. Took the low as well, so had to retrace. We checked the 5. Took the high, came down, didn't take the low, but retraced. Check the 1 minute. Took the high, IFEG, unmitigated one right here. If we inverse this, we could continue down, but there's no high time frame liquidity, like on the 5. But we would be bearish. Right, this is good. This could align quite nicely here, because if we have a nice push up on the 1 minute and inverse that, right, looks like GC's doing its thing. Right, we're on a new 5-minute fair value gap, 5-minute candle right here. Right now we have an imbalance formed, but we also want to take this liquidity out. If we can do that and then inverse this, that'd be nice. What I'd hope for really though is something more like this, where we push up and push back down in the same 5 minute and validate this fair value gap in the same candle, right? Check USD JPY. USD JPY. Right. Almost invalidated that imbalance already, right? Looking for buys. Okay. 30-minute IFEG. Oh no, not 30-minute. 1 hour IFEG right here. Needs to come take the lows on the 1 hour. 4 hour. 4 hours respecting this, to be fair. Minutes swept the lows. Seems like the only thing contradicting this trade is that 1 hour time frame. 15-minute swept the lows as well, needs to retrace. 5-minute swept the lows. Looking to invest this, I think, are you? If so, what would the entry be? So we invest here, right? Bit of a low R. Let's target the highs. Even that, not really worth it. Check your JPY. To be fair, bias looks bullish though. Oh no, bearish. Bullish. Bullish. Oh no, bearish now. We could take this, to be fair. Nice shout, Emmy. This looks nice. Right. Completely invalidated that fair value gap like instantly. Right. We will keep that there, but the setup's not the best anymore. GU, respecting this. This would probably have been the lowest probability trade anyway. It's really all on GJ, innit? Bearish on gold too. Guess if we... Not really. Oh yeah, wow. Looks like 1 hour's coming for those lows there, Chris. not gonna lie, there's not much in this. Hey Zang, how's it going? Right, I think this is probably the best setup. GBP CAD's now pushed up. This is so volatile, right? It's literally just barcode, and if we're gonna do this, we need to form a fair value gap first, right? Obviously, but it looks like this could be something else. Canadian home, that was ages ago. Yeah, that's right. Looks like we're going to invest this as well. Your JPY doesn't seem to be moving too much with GJ. Bitcoin. Strong consolidation here. Wow. Johnny's just got another 300k in funding. Then if you can see that. Oh. I'll send a certificate into the Discord later, but can you see that? Is it dead blurry, right? This guy has 800k in funding now. Almost $1 million in funding just from using IFEGs and AMD. I'm not even, like, I can show you it all, right? I can show you it all. Show you his journal, show you everything. Johnny Sander. Right. I've got his certificates for the 500k. He's just won the 300k, right? So he might not have the certificate for that yet, but I've got the 500k certificates. Right, if this just decides to focus. Right. As in Johnny Pip? No. Johnny Sander. So you'll see him. If you look on Discord, I'll show you his badge, right? I don't know what this crocodile is. Right. It's no. Is he online? Oh. think he is. No, they're not linked yet. It's this guy, right? But yeah, they're not linked. They're not linked. But that's 800k now in funding, right? Just from using IFEGs. That should be proof alone that it works and that I can teach it. They're not linked. No, they're not linked. I think the 50ks might be, but the majority of it isn't. It's like maybe 150k of it is linked together, but the majority of it is not linked at all. I told him not to, because if you blow, like, if he blows one, he blows all of it. If they're all linked, right? But he made 10 grand on the 100k, 7.5 grand in one trade on the 250k. I can show you the trade for that as well. Linked means like with Apex, they have it built into theirs, but you can link accounts together. Elizabeth, you can link funded accounts together for trade copiers and stuff like that. He's just asking, like, does Johnny link them all up? But if you link them all up, it would only take, 2 or 3 losses, and then you blow it all, or 4 losses in a row, 5 losses in a row, and then you blow it all. So they're not linked. They're not linked together. Let me see if I can... He's using Apex. He trades NQ. But I told him everything he knows. Yeah, that is true. But, it's too risky at the start because you don't know what could happen, right? Especially when it gets to 800k. So I told him, just chill, get a few payouts, we'll accumulate a few months of like 10k months, a few 10k months, right? Then we can go up and scale it all, right? Potential sell on gold. If we take these highs first, definitely. That's actually really nice. What I'd want the 15 to do is this. I'd want the 15 to have a nice long top wick, right? Push up, take the highs, come back down, so we're not too far away from the fair value gap that we would have formed. Then inverse that, close like around here, enter the trade here with stops above this wick, and take profit down here. That's what I'd be happy with. Could even go a bit further and just take this one. All those accounts with the same broker? Yes, they're with, well, it's prop firm, yeah. The 500k, I've got all the certificates for the 500k, but he's just made a 300k one. So if you look on my Instagram story, you'll see all the certificates. It's with Apex. So this is over the course of like a month, by the way. So we got a 50k on the 18th of April. No, 19th of, sorry. Got a 50k on the 19th of February. 2 50ks. Do you remember that day, guys, when I was in Cyprus? You got 2 50ks in one day. Then on March, you got another 50k. So 2 50ks on the 19th of February. One on the 3rd of March. 100k on the 20th of February. And a 250k on the 25th of March. And now he's just past the 300k. Crazy work, man. Yeah, he is. He put in the work though. Like, I can show you guys his first trade on his old journal. This was before I even started working with him. He used to trade everything. So this is his old. This is his old journal, right? This is his old journal. And this is the first trade that he took with me, right? This is the first trade that he took working with me. Yeah, this is rubbish, right? To say the least. Hey Josh, I joined late. How is GJ looking? GJ is looking like sells, but we don't really have much. EJ's looking good though. EJ's actually looking really good. Just no liquidity really. Plus the bias is bullish, I think, right? To be fair, a bit bearish. This is like a perfect AMD setup, right? W Johnny, for real. Just gotta wait for this close. So right now it's EJ and gold that look quite nice. Gold looks like it's coming up to take this high out now. Apex have one step challenge. I think so, yeah. They have a two step as well. Very strict though. They don't like gambling, so you can't just take a one step and like trade it in. Like you can't just take a one step and just put it, go max lots, right? You either have to scale in, or you have to do it properly. They have very strict rules, Apex, right? Very strict. That's why they're sustainable. Plus they charge monthly, I think. Right, that's gold highs took. Now all we need to do is inverse this for value gap, right? I think I like this setup more. I like this setup more, to be honest with you guys. I like this one the most because it's got that liquidity sweep, plus it's gold. I trade gold, right? But this just looks beautiful. Gotta wait for the close though. GJ definitely got ruined by that massive wick. 100%. This candle. University of Michigan sentiment final. What? You're welcome for this gold trade. I like this. This looks... They're pretty decent, both of them, to be fair, you know. If we can get... What I'd want to see on this in the next 8 minutes is just a close like around here. Do you know what I mean? Not too far up, because we don't want the next candle to just be such a strong push down. We want to just like a... You know, just a sweep. Just a nice little... You know, don't know how to describe that in words. Right. So, could you please explain the AMD with gold? Right, so it's this. Right? Now, when most people are looking for AMD, they look for this, and don't get me wrong, I look for this as well, right? But you need to train your eyes to see this kind of thing too, like the flags that we get, right? Like bullish and bearish flags. Think of it like that, right? Like this is like slightly up. This is kind of what this is like, but like also more like this. Right? Oh shit. See? So that's the kind of accumulation. Once you see the accumulation, everything else is pretty easy, but this is the accumulation, right? If we take this high and close here, this is so good. We also don't want the shit RR as well. Yeah, that's true. We want a decent close here. GBP card playing out as you thought. Oh wow, yeah. That's nice. But no entry. That's annoying, isn't it? Hate when this happens. GU just chilling. EJ, right? We can take this in the next 5 minutes. This setup's looking good. We could take both of these, right, and risk 0.5% on both of them. I don't want to be in 2%, right? I don't want to be in for 2%. Looks like we're starting to push straight back down off of this. Hopefully we can at least chill, you know, validate this fair value gap. Only 1 minute IFG on GC. Let's have a look. Ah, yes. But took the low. There's no entry here at all. GJ's just absolutely melted. I think this is a complete write-off. But I told you guys this would come down to here, right? We didn't get an entry on it, though. This is so annoying. I hate when this happens, right? We just wanted that IFEG for our entry. All the people looking for buys, I post market outlooks every single day teaching you the bias, right? Right, gold's chilling. Euro JPY, for fuck's sake. We can't get in this trade, right? If this closes like this, we can't get in. Yeah, but pushing up quite too high. This is AMD here. Orange folder. I don't really focus on that. Right. So this R is way too low, right? We cannot take this. This is such a good setup. Ugh, for fuck's sake. This. I don't know what's more annoying. Actually, no, this is definitely more annoying than this, right? This is our... Right, watch this, right? This is going to win, but we're not going to get an entry. This is going to win, and we're not going to get an entry. And we're going to get an entry on this one and lose, right? How much do you want to bet? Right. I bet that happens. Nah, I'm playing, but would be my luck at the moment. Pretty small fair value gap there. But this is where you kind of have to remind yourself, right? This kind of thing, right, will happen less than this kind of thing, right? Where we just push all the way down. Wait, what was I saying? Yeah, so yeah, this is why you wait for the candle close, right? When you're waiting for the candle close, missing the move like this will happen less than you getting in early, hoping for the candle to close and then it reversing, right? So this is like a low probability type of example. Like this is a high probability trade, but what's actually happening right now is low probability. Like usually we would just close here, right? Or if you're to get in early, we would just wick straight back up, right? But it looks like we've even taken this liquidity now as well. Took this low here, which is probably 5. Yeah. So this would be what? Not worth it at all. Literally, you can't even like clutch a 1R out of this. This is depressing. How's the... Right, so we've got to wait 15 minutes, right? We've got to wait for this gold trade to close. See how this one closes. Bro, GJ is bullish. It was manipulating to the downside within the discount zone in 4 hour fair value up. Now it's going to distribute to the upside. Well, now it's bullish. Yes. But 15 minutes ago it wasn't. Which is when we were looking for the trade. Even more than 15 minutes ago, literally like an hour ago. Yeah, this is probably going to play out now as well, isn't it? Josh, Euro JPY, AMD plus IFVG on the 5. Get entry 162615. Nice work. Don't know what's giving you that IFVG, but nice work. Right. Now we don't want gold to leave without us either. We want gold to chill around here. If we can get something like this, right? We can start weighing up our management spots now because it looks like we might be able to get this entry. Where would we be invalid to take this? Let's just look at that first, right? Obviously, if we close above it, completely invalid. If we close below here, invalid, right? Because we have to retrace. Plus the R would be negative anyway. So, realistically, we can't really take a trade lower than right here. It has to close above the height, it gets to a point where it's like you want it as close as possible to respecting the fair value gap as possible, but also on the other hand, there's only like 1 or 2 pips in that then. You know what I mean? So you have to Can you not go off the 5 min for gold? Not really, because you're not using the 5 minute AMD, right? We're using this 15 minute AMD, so we have to look at the end of the 15 minute accumulation, because we could get a 5 minute entry, right, on a 15 minute AMD cycle, get caught in a stop hunt on the 5 minute, which wouldn't have been a valid entry on the 15. So if you're looking at AMD on the 15, you have to get in on the 15. And for us to get in, we use IFEGs. Now, sometimes we can refine it in certain scenarios, but that is not one of these scenarios. Yeah, so now this is bullish, right? This has been what this is what I was looking for all day. I even said this in the Discord, I think. If you didn't know, in the private Discord, which you get access to if you join the course, we literally are putting the analysis right here. This is what I wanted to see, right? This is what I wanted to see this morning. And this is what happened, right? Like the opposite. Literally the opposite. But I was waiting for price to come in here all day so we could take buys. Then we started looking for sells towards it. And we couldn't even get an entry for that. But we got the AMD play just in the opposite direction with no actual entry. So, man. The entry ruined by one wick. Yeah, this one in it. And this one too, to be fair. Because if this was the fair value gap here, right, there should have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. 5 candles. %85% win rate. Get the fuck out of here. What do you mean, buddy? Right. Doesn't like we're respecting this. Sorry, I'm fighting this. This is so annoying. The one thing we actually got a decent chance of an entry at, ruined by this. This candle. Looks like we're respecting it now, guys, to be honest with you. The 5's just respecting this 5 minute as well. Then it makes this a bullish AMD. We didn't take high liquidity, so it's not a real manipulation up, I guess. This one, yeah, that is true. And we did take this high right here, though. Can we GJ now after inverting 3 minute? No. After such a strong move down like this, we need a consolidation. Where's that guy gone that said, get the fuck out of here? Hey, Jeffy, where have you gone, buddy? Bro was clearly not here last month, right? Gold is not looking likely at all. This is annoying. Getting edged by the markets today, guys. I cannot wait for this month to be over, to be honest with you. It has been rough, right? Jeffy's got an 85% win rate. Yeah, for real. This is annoying, guys. We give it 6 minutes. We'll see how this candle closes, but I think unless we invest this, we're probably going to call it a week here. Honestly, right? Potentially. But at best case, like, I would want to see a close here. This would be the best setup if we close here. I guess we could see how the next candle forms as well. Come on. It's time for the magnet. Yeah. What about GC? That's quite a strong push now. To be fair though, this is still quite a tight range. To be fair, we could wait and see how this goes. Let's see how this next 5 minute goes. Right. Let's get the magnet out. Let's get the magnet out. Bradley Lloyd's called it, right? Also, I've seen some of the guys in the Discord using this hammer as well. Right? Should we use this? How does this work? So oh shit, wrong way. Right? This is not, that's not how it's supposed to go, is it? There we go. Right, come on. I think the magnet will do it for us. The forehammer. Anyone else possibly eyeing buys on GJ? Not me. Not after such a strong push. Maybe if we just chill out a little bit first. It's literally working as well. Foreign Magneto. The Fricandel. Should we get the Fricandel? The Fricandel, right? Half of you don't even know what a Fricandel is. This just looks weird, man. This just looks weird. This just looks weird. Right, this will work. Right, we need to close around here now, or we can't take this trade because the risk to reward ratio will be too low. Unless we put it above the 5-minute highs, right? This just looks weird, man. How do we... I think you should start selling that strategy. Yeah. New module on the course, guys. How to trade when Trump's in president and the foreign Magneto strategy. Wait, we need to take this trade, guys. But the risk to reward ratio looks a bit too low. But we can take this trade now. Let me just get rid of this fucking Fricandel, right? Chocolate man. Right. That's mad. Right. I think we can take this trade, right, guys? The risk to reward ratio is not... If we do this, it's not too bad. But we are missing it right now. We're fucking missing it. Right, this is a negative R. This has got to be a negative R, right? The actual entry on that is 0.8. That's way too low. This is not worth it at all. Pissing around. We missed our entry, fucking pissing around. Right. And we've just took... Why did we mark that as lows? This risk to reward ratio is way too low. I'm not gonna lie to you. But we gotta take the trade. I'm in it, right? Oh shit. Like, it's not even worth taking half here, is it really? So that gives us what, 0.3. It would have to be a full hold on this trade. Alright, we're going to do it. We're going to hold it, right? This risk to reward ratio is way too low. Let's just journal the trade. We fucking pissing around, missed the 0.8, right? Alright, I think we'll put stops here. Or where's the 5-minute highs, right? To be fair, there's not really much we can do with this stop loss. Alright, let's see how this goes. 18 million Dutch people eat it once a week. How many people are there in the Netherlands? No way. Everyone in there, everyone in the Netherlands eats it once a week. Surely you can move it above 5-minute highs. Yeah, you can, but is it even worth it, right? Because that cuts the loss. Like, if the loss is 1%, right? We go from 1,000. We go from 12, right? We go from 12 to 9. I suppose that's a third. That is kind of worth it. We've took the lows here now, so we do need a retracement. We're going to put our stop loss just above here. So 0.7 risk. It'll be 0.8 actually, won't it? If this is 1R. Hey Richard. Right, so we do technically need a retracement, but I hope we don't get one, realistically. We swept lows here. So this retracement is technically normal. Right. Push down now, gold. Come on. Where's the magnet? Right, look. Ready? See where it is now? We just make it big and it's going to crash. See? Do you see that? Then you do it again. And it crashes even further. Sometimes it takes a sec to warm up. See? And you do it again. And it goes even further. But obviously sometimes, because there could be some people in buys with the magnet just above it, so they could kind of like, you know, it could be conflicting, right? But it also does take a little bit to warm up. When it gets this big, it takes a little bit to warm up, right? I feel sorry for anyone who's first time watching this and they think we actually use a magnet, right? Alright. Let's look at managing this trade. Because we got a strong retracement off that. There's not much we can do here because this is going to give us like not even 0.4R because our stop loss was like up here. So it's going to give us like literally, if we close half, we get 0.15. Magnet's getting supercharged. We have come to the other side of this accumulation now. But so mark GCAD. What was this? Got an alert. Didn't I? Oh yeah. Potential entry here. Oh my days. The rebound off that. Right, so there's a fair value gap right here on the 1 minute. If we inverse this, I'm going to get out the trade. Right, if we inverse this, and if we inverse this fair value gap, I'm going to close the trade. I don't like how this risk to reward ratio is low and stuff like that. I'm not liking it much. If we inverse this, we've got to come at least take out this high. So I'm going to close the trade if we do that. Alright, I got it here ready to close. We closed above it, but the 5 minute has no top wick. It has no bottom wick, sorry. Yeah, we've made that bottom wick now, so if we flip, I'll close the trade. Oh wow. Yeah, see how that bottom wick thing works, guys? You've seen that loads now, probably, if you've been watching for a while. Oh, wow, we are pushing down here. Who's just pulled the magnet out? Oh, wow. Let's see if we hold that. No bottom wick on the 1 minute. Yeah, look. No bottom wick on the 1 minute, so we should flip back around. If we reverse and go up, I'm going to close the trade. But there's no bottom wick on the 1 minute, so we should flip and go down. Okay, no man. It's making a Not bad out of me. You've seen it there with the 5 though. That was such a strong push up there. I'm out now. Not even worth really journaling that as a win. I'm out the trade now, guys. We got a bit out of it, but the R was low, you know. Wasn't really worth it, right? So we can say 0.1 if we really wanted, because probably made something out of that. But realistically, .12, so it's probably not even anything, to be honest with you. GBP CAD. Right, and we could hop right into a GBP CAD sell here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could just hop right into a sell right here. What's the we could target this low, or even this 4 hour. I'm gonna call that gold break even, to be honest with you. Alright. Right, we are starting to chill a bit on the on GJ, like I thought we would. GC, we can enter straight into GC here. I'm not going to waste any time. Great. Management spot, that's full TP. Management spot, probably take partials there. It just stops here, right? So this is where we're going to adjust stops. This is where we're going to move to break even. This is, I mean, sorry. This is when we're going to move to break even, hopefully, right? This is when we're going to take partials, and this is where we're going to let it run to. Thanks, Emmanuel. So we're in this trade now, guys, right? Straight into the fucking drawdown. This is a good setup. Technical close above this. Should continue down, right? Just noticed this though. IFVG on the 30 didn't take the high out. Is this bias bearish, right? 4 hour needs to retrace. 1 hour, not really. If we use the 30 IFVG, so should continue up on the 30. The only thing that's bearish is the 4 hour. Stop loss behind your head. Oh shit, you mean on the face cam thing? Oh shit, we need to journal this as well, don't we? I think I might just, I don't know if I want to close this, guys, because the fair value gap, right? Like, this isn't bearish. This isn't bearish, right? This is bullish. The 4 hour is bearish because it's took these highs out, it needs to retrace, right? Yeah. The 1 hour took lows, right? Inverse this, took lows, then retraced. Didn't really retrace to anywhere. We don't know where we're going to finish retracing to. So if we use the 30 minute, we go, okay, the 30 minutes inverse this fair value gap right here. And hasn't took the high out. Right? The 15 minute technical close above this fair value gap, kind of, but came back in. So technically this is bearish as well. But the 30 minutes bearish, right? The daily, 30 minutes bullish, the daily's bullish, the 1 hour's mixed. 5 minute no top wick. What I'm going to do, right, because it's against the bias, I'm going to close half the trade and move my stop loss like above this high here. I think we could do that on the 5, right? So how much would that give us, right? If we close half, like I'm closing half the trade not for profit, but so it's less risk, okay? That's why. It goes 1.5, 0.15, right? And if we move stops here, right? Okay, so it'll be a third of the risk. So we're risking 0.3 on this trade if we close it there. If we close half now, and we come up all the way back up to here, we would close the trade and make nothing and lose nothing, right? Would be break even, technically. We've also just took this low out here. I think it makes sense, as much as I don't want to do it. And then if we get a full TP, that would obviously be like 0.7%. It's not worth it. But then we'd be break even. We would be risk free in this trade, which is better than doing this, right? Okay, let's do it. I'm not doing this for profit or anything like that, because I won't make much from this. As much as I don't want to do this, guys, I've got to stick to my plan here. I'm sorry, right? I've got to stick to the plan. You know, after the past week or so, past few weeks when I didn't really stick to the plan with this, I've got to. Okay, so I'm closing half the trade just because it's going against the bias. Right, and then moving stops. Right, so if price was to come up to here, we would lose nothing. Okay, from what we've made, it would be break even. Okay. The only reason I've done that is because it's against the bias. If this was with the bias, I wouldn't have done that. And if it was with the bias, I would have took the trade. If it wasn't, and I realized it wasn't, I wouldn't have took the trade to begin with. But yeah, that's right. But I'm not doing that out of fear or anything like that, really. It's got to be done because it doesn't fit the plan, right? This isn't like, it doesn't go with the bias. So if it went wrong and we lost 1%, we would all know exactly why it's gone wrong. We would go, oh shit, it was against the bias. We shouldn't have took that trade to begin with, right? And if we've realized that after the entry, which is kind of good, and doing this, right? Doing this kind of thing, closing half and then moving stops to here, is safer than just doing this. Because there's no real logical reason to go here. At least we have some kind of idea as to why, like, this is here, because there's a high right here, you know what I mean? Come on, take the high. But this could just be a retracement or just a fluctuation that could take us out, right? So we closed half. We're going to let this run. Worst case, break even now. I think best case would obviously be like 0.8, 0.7 in total, 0.9, 0.8 or 9 in total, right? 0.7. Which isn't much at all. But yeah, so now we're risk free on this, right? We'll get rid of that. The next is here, right? We'll probably just let it run or something. We might take partials if it's worth. I don't think it's going to be worth it though. So we might just let this fully run, right? Or just fully close here. But even that would be what? 0.4 or something. So we're going to let this fully run, right? If it goes up here, we get caught out break even. If it goes straight down, we make 0.8%, right? The reason we're doing this is because it's against the bias, okay? If it went up, right, if price just went up straight up to here, right, if it went all the way up to here, and we would know exactly why, okay? We would go, oh shit, it was against the bias. Like, you would know why. That's the first, if this trade lost, that is the first thing you would blame. That's what I would blame. I'd go, shit, it was against the bias. We shouldn't have took that trade, right? So if we acknowledge that it's against the bias and hold it anyway, it's either going to be a bad win or a bad loss, right? It's a bad trade. So at least we do this, kind of still have that opportunity, right, to make something, but we're acknowledging our mistake kind of there. You know what I mean? If we're lucky that we kind of had the opportunity to scale down as well, but yeah, it looks like it's reversing, so we know why. How's gold doing? Gold's chilling. Looks like it's continued down, to be fair. GU reversing. GJ. Who said it was? Who said this was bullish? Emmy. USD JPY and GBP JPY moving up with check entries on smaller time frames, and gold is going to react with 15-minute fair value up and fall again. Is there a 15 here? No, it's just falling anyway. Could have held this. Right, there you go. That's me talk. Right, we need to journal that trade actually. So this one, we got a negative R because we were too hesitant, right? And this one, we jumped, we got break even because we were too eager. Literally, right? So I think that we're going to call it a week there, guys. You know, this week we've made what? 1% maybe, give or take. So not too bad, right? Not too bad. We're about break even for the month. We'll see what Monday can bring us, right? Last month we made 15 and a half, 16%. This month we're break even. This is the first month that I've had like this ever, right? Yeah, that's it. So before you go, what I want to say very quickly is make sure you're joining the live lecture, okay? The link is in the description. We're doing a completely free live lecture. You've seen in this stream, right? Johnny Sander, one of the course members, one of the mentorship members, he has 800K in funding, right? And I'm going to show you the exact system and strategy that he uses, that I use, that everyone here in the course uses on this completely free live lecture in 22 hours. The same time you join today's stream, tomorrow. Same time tomorrow, right? So click the link in the description. Join the free live lecture tomorrow. We're going to be building on everything you probably already know, right? Making it more advanced, teaching you the exact strategies, the different nuts and crannies, you know, all that kind of thing, right? And I'll see you on that live lecture, right? So make sure you're going down, clicking the link in the description, clicking the bell on that video so you get notified when I go live, okay? And join the free Discord. So don't miss this. This is tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. GMT, 1:30 p.m. UK time, 1:30 in the afternoon UK time, 1:30 UK time tomorrow. All right. If you didn't know, it was 1:30 UK time, right? Now that's out the way. We're calling it a week there, right? If you're in the course, if you do have access to the course, we're going to go hop on Discord right now and have the first ever Q&A group call. So if you want to join that, join the course. If you have access to the course, we're going to go hop on Discord right now and I'm going to see you in the group call where we're going to have our first ever Q&A group call. All right. See you all there. See how it goes. Thanks for your time, guys. And yeah, we're going to call it a day here. I'll see you all on Monday's stream. Thanks for your time. You know, all that stuff. We'll see you all on Monday. Same time. Actually, no, it won't be the same time. The clocks change on Monday, remember? So an hour, it'll be back to normal, okay? But we're going to leave it here. We're going to call it a week. We're going to call it a week. We're going to go enjoy our weekend and we will get back to it on Monday. Right. I'll see you all tomorrow for the free live lecture. And I'll see you all on Monday for the free trading stream. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow. That is it from me. We'll see you all. If you have the course, we're going to go do the Q&A group call now. Okay, so I'll